Hi guys, it's Aegis here. So today I'm wanting to talk about DBT08 cases, ratio, pull rates, and also the pricing. Some of the things that I am worried about. Um, I am hoping to actually do these kind of videos, like per set, so we can also look into different ratios per set. Is it improving? Is it the same? uh, are we having trouble on specific cards? Is it the same for you? Also feel free to comment down below, let us know your thoughts, your results, and yeah, so let's look into this. So this is again from CBGS. Thanks for Leon allows me to actually use this data, because I actually asked him before I make this video, because I don't just want to open it up and without the permission and just point to you guys. But of course it's public, so you can also check on the Twitter to find out what they get from 4 cases based on base rarities. So you can see most of them you get 5 to 7s, except this one is actually 6 here, so the arrow here is kind of blocking, but it's 6 there. But you can see some of these you're getting like the 4s, and with radio wave monster the chances of getting only 4 copies per case is actually quite high. uh, Also with Revelina is, and then like even with double rares sometimes we only get like 4. So this is actually quite scary when you go into a case. It's like, okay, I pulled this, I see it once, I see it twice, and I don't see a third, and you keep pulling, okay, I finally see a third, and where's my fourth? Right? So you will keep worrying about this, because we have no guarantee uh, on actually getting a playset. It's never open information. So yeah, if you see like 4s, then you're actually quite worried, and then some suddenly just come out as 8 that you actually can't use that much, as because we don't actually play, like build the same deck so many times, or they are not kind of generic for other builds. And one or other thing that we are like very carefully looking on is the Gratiers Gradel. So you can see a 6, a 5, a 7, a 6. Usually these are the numbers that you can see from like getting a case for a Grail. But I did check on another Japanese VTuber. He cracked a case and he only get 4. Yeah. So we have 5 nations here, right? And imagine every single person want one nation, and then they 5 of them together get a case. um, Everyone at least get a playset of everything, they're happy. But when they are looking at the ground, they only get 4. How are they going to split it, right? One of them have to give it up, and that will not make the result very happy. uh, Especially when we are looking into price from Japan and also from Hong Kong local market. So do be careful and take note on this, and then when we're looking at the prices, you will see what kind of issue we are facing right here, and what we actually want to have it fixed. And then in total of 4 cases, you can see the numbers here are actually kind of even, that you can still fit like 5 playsets, but it's still very close to 1 playset per case, and you need to be lucky to not getting like 19s, so you can still kind of fulfill um, a lot more playsets and being able to get some money back at the store, or even just trying to hunt for high rarities at the same time have some kind of playsets to sell to other players so you can get a little bit money back. Because if you don't get a playset to actually sell, sometimes just singles is a little bit hard to sell. When we all kind of grown up and being able to buy our own cases, that will be hard to actually sell a lot of playsets. Or even just singles will be a lot harder. Sometimes we do pick up singles because we are already purchasing a case and we are lacking a few cards, then we will look for singles. But if someone is not going to crack any case, they will look for playsets, and if you can't give them the playset, you will have trouble. Okay, now also look into our own ratio. So this is a copy bullshit from my friend that we use to calculate who needs to pay how much. I'm hiding like our own friend split because you don't need to see that. I also include like FFRs, the EX here. So EX is another thing that we should look into. We do get 4 of each from a case, but do remember this is a deck that will requires 4 of each of the glitter, which is the main Vanguard and the partner, and then 1 of each on grade 1 to right line. So looking into these numbers again, we get a playset for 1 person with 3 extra each on grade 0, 1, 2 right line, or every one of us, 4 of us, can get 1 copy each, and then we need to find the right line, grade 3, and the partner. So I don't know how this should go, because if what they do is they give you exactly what you need in the case, is it better, or discard ratio is better, right? Because with this, everyone can at least collect 1 copy, and if you want extra, you go out at 5. But you can see there will be a lot of grade 0, 1, 2 right line being extra if a lot of people actually want to play Hololive cards fully as a deck, right? And then yeah, so do let me know your thoughts on these as well. I like seeing these, but I'm not too sure how, or is it any better way to work on the ratios? Yeah, so feel free to comment down below on this, because I really don't have an answer to that. And then let's look into triple rares. We are lucky with the Doji, we're not lucky with the Staff Dragon. We are lucky on Luke here, not quite lucky on Rising Dragon, and then again Radio Wave Monster, we don't get a lot. We do get a lot of Maelstroms, and because I'm purchasing a secret from a friend, so I'm placing 2 playsets of Maelstrom, but I only get 5 titles, so that's another problem. And then this I'm only getting 4 as well, so kind of lucky because there's only 1 EVA player here, so we don't need much. And here I also mix the FR and double rare, even though FRs are random, so you don't always get the same results. But you can see here, like most times, including FRs, we can kind of get closer to 2 playsets, right? Like 7 to 8 usually. 7 to 8 usually. And at this stage is actually 5 and 1, and then we are lucky to actually get 6 grails. So the 4 of us
because I'm playing Dragon Empire and Stoichia, and then 3 friends, we get 1 each, and then because I play 2 nations, I get 1 each, and then we still get 1 extra for another friend. That we are lucky. Again, there are cases that we only see 4 growls, and for us, we are lucky to, with 4, we can still kind of like everyone get 1, but because I play 2 nations, I need to switch this card to like a lot of decks. That's kind of a problem. Yeah. And again,
I think this ratio for us is not bad because we get 4 FFRs
while another friend also getting a case, pulling on the same day as us. You see that the secret milestone is actually being pulled, but they only get 2 other FFRs, which is like the Monster Girl, main Vanguard FFR, and
probably a Rising Dragon, I think. So yeah, when we don't get a prize, I will talk more on that. But on the ratio wise, we are lucky here, and we actually get 4 FRs because when we are cracking the case, when I see 2, I'm like, okay, that's almost over. And then we see 1 again, then I keep thinking, okay, it's about to end. Because usually we don't get that much, and then we see a 4th, we're so hyped. But we don't get a secret, so that's how to pull us down. But overall, our case is actually not bad. Do let me know about your cases ratio and see how it goes, because I do want to see more data on these and try to analyze it every set and see if the ratios is actually improving. But seeing we have 16 triple rares and it's just hard to fulfill 2 playsets. And sometimes when you only see 4 specific stuff that you actually need for multiple decks, that hurts. That's all I can say. But the borderline for me is, please just give me at least 4. I will keep trying to do this ratio study videos and not hoping to see a 3 on any of the triple rares and double rares, excluding higher rarities like FFRs, FRs, right? If that happens, that really going to make a struggle because we are already buying cases, and if we still need to find singles to just complete a single playset, that really hurts. Yeah, so that's basically my thoughts on the ratios and also like our results. Again, I will be trying to do this every single set, and hopefully we can see improvements and just everyone can be happy, right? Now let's look into price. So this is Yute, one of the Japanese sites that we always use as a reference. Even though it's reference, we also know that usually Yute have a higher price than actual local Japanese market. So this is a easier reference you can get, so that's what we're using. Now Minerva, I actually see a similar price on Mercari before release, so I'm surprised that this card didn't actually went to 200,000, because with Yute usually they mark it up higher, but they didn't this time, so I'm kind of surprised. Look here is waifu, so it's expectedly high, but Maelstrom actually didn't went that high, and it's even lower than FFR and Angelica. And this is a joke that we made on the day we crack our cases before knowing this price. It's like my friend pulled this Maelstrom and outside pulled this, and we say, imagine this card actually going higher than a Maelstrom, and actually happened. it's funny at the same time not funny. I kind of expecting Maelstrom can do a little bit better as in price, but the pull rates of FFR is like 2 to 4, so this makes those FFRs actually go very high. That compared to before, we get SPs every single box. That's a different like dimension. Because in the past, SPs we can actually blinks out there a lot cheaper, but now imagine if you are making a full rarity Minerva deck, you're not even looking at this card array. You're just looking at these. That's going to hurt. And even FFR Maelstrom is the same as a secret rare. That I am kind of speechless, because usually they do have some kind of difference, but now they are the same. Because when we are looking at like so let's quickly look into set 5 for example. We're looking at Overlord. The end. We get 200,000 yen for secrets, and the SP is only 3,000 yen. Right? Even though during this set SP and like these ones or the 10th triple rare thing, it's kind of like still 1 per box, but the SP ratio is already lower here, which you can still see a difference. But when we get into set 8, these still have differences, but these don't have differences. Really kind of hurt. And looking into the FFR prices again, only this, and this is kind of lost. Other ones is okay-ish, and the monsters ones are actually higher than I expected. Also reflecting on true rares, they're actually doing quite good, because the deck is actually quite strong, and you will see some videos that this deck actually being played, and I will be doing a deck profile on this, but I'm still yet to pick up the cards, and I only can pick them up like by the end of the week, so you will see the deck profile a little bit later, but it will be covered. And then Book here is still cheap, but if you're a Genesis fan, getting these two will hurt you a lot just by playset. Maelstrom is kind of okay. This one is kind of cheap. Maple is kind of high because, like last time, Maple suddenly is being useful for a lot of decks, even like Youthberg. So I think this is also the reason why this Maple is also rising. And then for double rares, something like this and Chamomile, Dino Rule are high, and of course the Grail 6k. But I think local Japanese market is already selling it at 3k, so I am hoping this card to drop, and I actually hope this card can just be like a 1 per box, make everyone happy, make it cheaper, so it's actually affordable. Because again, using the same case, if 5 people, 1 per nation, and you only put 4 of these, you're gonna cry, because you need to pay 6,000 yen for another copy set, or even say 3,000, right? It's basically a triple rare and a high triple rare price, right? So is it double rare? I don't think it makes sense, but it is what it is this time, and hopefully next set we don't see this kind of crazy things happen again, and everyone can be happy. That's really kind of frees my mind. And look into a Hong Kong local store. Angelica is high. Of course, we all know that the Grail is like 300 here, so it's basically using this price, right? Yeah. So with this Holo store, they're basically using UT's price as a reference, I think, and then just turn it into $100. So that's above that. But you can see like Minerva is sold out, Maple is sold out, this other FR version is sold out. Yeah, and then rarity is kind of cheap. Also, Redalina. The monster stuff is also cheap, but the monster is higher. And then yeah, it's the same here. And let's see if there's anything that we should take a look at. Here, the Black Token is sold out. Momoke is also sold out. The disaster card is cheap, but hopefully we can actually see them being useful in future decks. When there are cards that actually can utilize them, I would love to see that. But basically, it's the kind of the same reflection of UT in Hong Kong dollars, basically. So the Grail is a problem, and let's see how many copies they actually still have. Only 4. So yeah, and with this price, I actually don't see a lot of players will be like willing to pay for this card to even try it out. If you're buying a case, you have 1 copy, then you'll just stick with that and wait it drop. Yeah, so I think with this set, the main problem is the Grail. The triple double rare ratio is kind of still the same. I won't use the word normal, because we used to like see very evenly in V era, and then it changes a lot here. And then without a SP per box and only 2 to 4 FR in a case, the price will just become this. Also, do remember these things don't always come out per set. It only comes out like different times, and we will still be looking at like DSRs. I'm not too sure. For set 9 we are going to get DSRs, but sometimes you like kind of like Maelstrom and Luke here it's kind of the same reflection. Yeah, and then the FFR sometimes high, sometimes low. But if you are asking if this kind of ratio is helping the card to sustain the value, probably yes, because it's so hard to pull these. So every single one of them is kind of expensive. But as a player that loves to bling the deck, it will be a lot harder compared to what we have with a lot of SPs, like 1 SP per box, and then a whole bunch of holos. I think still I prefer the old times where every single box we can get some kind of excitement, because when you are pulling 20 boxes in a case, you pull 3 FFRs and you will probably be down, because it's like, okay, I don't think I will get another FFRs, and if there's no secret, there's no DSR, you know that's the end, right? So I do like the excitement per box. So every single box I still kind of have something to laugh at, blame at, instead of just, oh, it's just another box, oh, it's just another box, oh, it's just another box, oh, it's just another box. This kind of excitement per box is something that I really love during the early stage of D. Uh, Even it's not pulling uh, something that I play, we can always like have fun with friends and it's like, okay, let me pull this SP for your nations, and then when one is pulled, then we say, okay, let me crack another SP for your nation back. We can do a lot of these things, but now we cannot, and we can even do like single packs battle that because we know from the box there will always be an SP. Then we can see who actually pulled that one out. But now the fun is kind of gone here. Yeah, but I will still buy cases because I just want to make sure I have places of my basic stuff and then a chance to hunt for these high rarities to at least get a chance to yell if I get these, even though I did not. But this is good enough for yelling, and if we actually pull a Minerva Rising, we will be like so happy. So it has this good excitement points, but at the same time it gets something that needs to fix. Again, the grail needs to be fixed in future sets. Hopefully it get reprinted easier to access for. If not, let's keep looking like every month and see how the price actually goes. Yeah, so I think that's it for this price and ratio video. Do let me know your thoughts, your results, your feedback, or basically your thoughts on this price on the grail. Do you think with this kind of pull rate is reasonable or is still too high? The pull rate should be like one per box like I said, or you prefer to see like a random gamble with different numbers. Yeah, so I will be making deck profiles on this set. I will be recording 5 videos. I do have some of them I still need to edit. Some of them I don't know I can use them or not yet. I still need to check them out. Deck profiles are coming up, and hopefully I can keep doing this kind of analysis with data from CVGS and also myself, and then look into different sites for the prices and just analyze them every single set. Yeah, so I think that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Signing off.